You. Well, alright. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to my amazing show. Once again, I'm your host, the great and mighty Mr. Perez, and today I'll be playing some more Disco Elysium. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Yeah, today's a new day, and hopefully I'll finally be able to get past that one dude and go talk to the union boss. Should be able to, at least. Hey, this area opened up.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good.
Yeah, I do.
You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need...
Oh, I already took care of that, so...
Morning.
Morning.
I got some good news.
Oh,
I
good.
took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing in my MC wouldn't let me sleep.
Oh, good, thanks.
I'm just glad he's gone. We have other matters to attend to.
Yeah.
Oh well, we'll get the armored boots in another lifetime. The lieutenant is downplaying his contribution. He got up before sunrise to get this done, and now he's quite pleased with himself for taking
Oh, yeah, he does seem pretty
gruesome
pleased.
business so efficiently.
The Union muscle finally turned up, and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them.
Are these the men God told us about
I
yesterday?
completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One
Okay.
loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
Well, let's
One more
roll.
thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
Actually, yeah, I am a little
They're
curious.
in no hurry to leave. They think they all...
Let's go talk to them now.
Let me handle this. Detective Disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are?
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
Hey, I just wanted to know more about the place before I check it out.
Extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Legal counselor?
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You
I
think he
suppose.
has information that will help you? Maybe he does. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Okay, yeah, play it cool, right?
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Yeah, if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Let's go talk to him. Tobacco bowl. Bushes. Anyway,
This is where you say your bed.
I suppose.
Detective,
You can. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A
Yeah?
real looker, that won't.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get
Looks for
real
approval.
ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You
No, I don't
must
want him
really
stinking up the
like
city.
Cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Okay.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're
good point.
starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man in his 30s. Overbearingly masculine.
Then,
Sitting on his right.
Theo.
Standard working boots. size 45 or 46, eldest in the room, probably mid-50s, smoker, quiet. Across at the other table, hobnailed working boots, size 43, gang tattoos, Mesk or Sarah Mauritian, in his late 30s, early 40s.
Elaine.
He spent his youth in Villa Labos, a housing project in the Jamrock quarter. There were incarcerations, hard to say what
That's
else.
neat.
And then, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick, wide at the
I don't know
shoulders
about big.
and lean at the hips, rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars, a little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A
Rowing
little
Club.
patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint.
Non-alcoholic?
Is that a plectrum?
You know,
Size
little guy?
41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a
41.
red face, mean, watery eyes.
These
and two front
sushis seem
teeth
familiar.
missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing, big guy, boot size 46, deep marks, probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220.
They were definitely there that night.
In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
Yeah, one of them is missing. The odd soul?
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them
yeah.
with questions.
Wait, it's been 4
Where's the
seconds?
8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where is the 8th Hardy boy? Actually, let's ask this one first. It makes more sense. The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do
The
it?
pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's why we're here.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why are your boot prints all over the scene?
These boots.
Yeah.
We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck.
Oh. Oh, they confessed already.
Yeah. We did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why our prints are all over the scene.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
Yeah, but there's a catch.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
This seems too easy.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
You murdered him just like that. No
How many
remorse?
people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's
But
nothing.
you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
So who called the
On
shots?
your death, there will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy boy without arresting all Hardy boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A
Maybe.
trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
No, but seriously, who calls the shots around
Who
here?
do you fucking think does?
I think you do.
That's right, asshole. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. Ain't that so, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
No, you did not get an answer. Titus does administrative work. He pushes paper, fills out forms the others can't read. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
So when did this
You
hanging
don't have
incident
to
occur?
keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long have you known the victim?
him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Amateurs?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last question.
Why did you kill him?
'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And
So he was a mercenary.
he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too.
I see.
Had Cohoy and Seminine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines.
How do you know
One
then?
night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm Oranese goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all.
For these guys, that sounds stupid.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true.
Oh,
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
okay, but besides crimes against karaoke, what did he actually do wrong?
He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation?
That is interesting.
To kill us all.
Normally it would be the
Don't open
reverse.
gates.
If it was
We don't let
serious.
the scabs in. If we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
So this was the girl who was sexually assaulted.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
There's something odd here.
Yeah.
Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not?
Yeah, but that is
This
a very
is a-
serious
No.
allegation.
You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Sure. He's hiding something.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
How'd you
We
kill him?
hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
No, I'm just trying to make sure my notes are
The
correct.
autopsy did not reveal anything too conflicting this far. You just have to wing it.
I don't know. Did you muffle him?
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all adds up.
Wasn't he a trained killer? From Orange's Special Forces? So how did you
The
manage to overpower
numbers,
him?
asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
When did this overpowering
Weren't
happen?
you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
This one has a distinct style. He puts so much whiny emotion in.
Yeah. We can't save. Yeah, whatever. Ooh.
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But
Who's solid?
who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch. This little rat-faced fellow is solid too.
Solid.
Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there.
Elaine, Shinky, and Eugene are fine. He's hiding something. Hey, you. You having trouble breathing over there?
No.
Coiled locks.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
There's something you're not telling
and
me.
Fuck you, too, copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder.
Oh,
Not yet.
I have other questions
like
then.
what, copper?
Why don't I just arrest you?
Man. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
That's cute.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hit, while the little rat-faced man reaches into his sleeve. There's a knife in there. Some of the others reach for their belts. Their eyes are light.
Hey, you confessed to murder. I'm taking
Look,
you in.
Coppers, I know you think you're doing your job here, but there are 7 of us and 2 of you.
That's an Easter 50, a Ziemsk-made monstrosity. It'll blow your head clean off. Almighty God, even Dick Mullen only has a 45.
Well, the guy was right. I'm not in the mood.
The little guy? You're the little guy now.
So, little guy, you had some questions?
Yeah, little questions.
So what are we gonna do now?
Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder.
Yeah,
Even
this
if
is
it
too
a
easy.
group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Well, I know. Well, that went poorly. Anyway. Yeah, I need a witness. Let's talk to Aldous first.
In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your do something.
What am I thinking
important.
about this?
Something murder related. This is a Caprice Canaan with its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual. The
roll
high
over?
center of balance is offset by a large, even at a standstill. Someone has waxed it recently.
Very cool, Lieutenant.
You want to take a closer look?
Back in here.
130.
I reckon that's a man. That's got to be a major advancement over the KR-18.
That's what, a 7-liter V12?
7.2. Supercharged.
Fine machine.
An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but what? Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual.
What about switching to helium headlights?
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting
So
them.
maybe we could do it together.
Maybe.
And means no.
Oh well.
Inside,
Let's go all
you
this.
see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Have you heard back about the number?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Bétancourt, sur la Clé in 42.
Neat.
It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued. The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Crenel, and the one before it was Downwell.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind.
Has the firm
You
continued
should
to work
ask
for
for whom this
pharmaceutical
suit was
companies over all
Hard
these
to
name
say.
changes?
The client list is rather diverse and incomplete. The only concern
Yeah,
seems
it
to
has
be
to
that
be
the mercenaries
customized.
are always
There
deployed
must be a
in
record
third
of the
and fourth
person
world
who was
countries.
issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Yeah, try it.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information. 57.
In the cabin,
Yeah, I gotta wait till tomorrow. Need to buy some magnesium.
you see several packaged raincoats fill a low. A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs.
Okay, here. I hope Saint.
There we go. Alright. Yeah, I think I could talk to him now. I have the thought in my head. And then I'll quickly forget it. Let me see. I got 2 points. Had some authority. Okay. Let's save. And let's go.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Oh, you're not with the Hardy
I
Boys.
am not the first line of defense. I am the...
You pick up
Hey.
on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act.
What do you got against them?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually
vagrant.
perverted female vagrant. And a
Talking about
narcotics
Elizabeth?
peddler. Find out.
Interesting.
I know what it is. You plan to supersede the Occidentals with their own race theory.
The minion of law is also
So unadvanced.
the basic race education he received in high school has led him to think his phylum are the sole other basic racist. I take pity on you. You clearly want to enter the harbor bad.
That's all I wanted.
Well, you may enter the door once.
Finally.
Ooh. What? Another win for me. Okay. I can forget this. Heavy worker.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union.
The drawer opens with hundreds of documents containing logistical data and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol, Kourou, Coal City, La Delta. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines, whatever's hidden here, is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a train that it appears to be a to-do list. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
To-do list for a list of errands for Everard.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union.
The special borscht. What is so special about this? Remember, Leo, all items on the list have been crossed out. The drawer slides.
Office shades.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says,
Wait a minute.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Someone left a cloak behind.
It was probably you. It does bear the RCM insignia, after all.
It's mine? I should
the
get
service
it.
cloak issued to you by your
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to
Yes?
Tell
What
me
do you
about the
want
case.
to know?
Is it a mysterious
No,
case?
It's not a particularly mysterious case. The
Why not?
deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together.
What do you need?
I'm relieved that you agree. Anyhow, let's get back to the case. Ah, yes. The case brief. 3 days ago,
yes.
the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. During that time, The victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller
don't really
did
know
not
anything about this
They
caller.
didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort.
Well, they hide
There's
themselves.
a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez.
Okay.
Now it appears, just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find good.
This is the night watchman's booth. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
This
If
is
you
where it
must.
works.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean, and it's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair.
Why did
Nice.
you take that picture of René?
When they ask
You
him
are
about it.
really interested in that also.
Let's see. Oh, nice. I got 20 bucks exactly. Let me see. Really quiet. Oh, probably because the whole workers are striking. Hey, what's this? Locked, of course. Hey, what's a view?
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along.
Hmm.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's
Container, container, used to be Wild Pine.
Hi there.
Everard, he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
Actually, I am. I even said so to
I
Maniana.
mean, I don't personally mind. Folks, just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You'll be right.
Yes. Born and raised in Arish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you...
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
What are you doing
I'm
now?
just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
What's going on here?
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains
Pines,
rising
okay.
behind Leo is all red in Union color. It's like some red infection was spreading. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
Has anyone told you why you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union.
What's underneath the
I
covers?
don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals.
Chemicals?
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Where is
Look,
everyone?
Most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from... We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike.
2
We haven't
months?
worked for 2 months now.
It's quite a bit.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
What trouble did his friends get
Oh,
into?
I'm not really supposed to talk about that. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr.
Really?
Everard telling them to take some...
They kill
No, I
someone?
don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about...
He probably doesn't know anything anyway. Who in their right?
You work here, right?
Yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
Yeah.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those douce sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
So who is this Miss
Oh,
Beaufort?
Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything.
He respects that word.
Loyalty.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Oh.
Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50...
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer? A.K.A. the gardener.
So this is the union fixer.
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip, too.
Telling the gardener you know her name might throw her off. Perhaps something to consider later.
So you're the Leo,
Oh,
huh?
yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the... It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dog
I'm
fighters.
taking the soup to the men. Is it for
Yes,
striking?
Yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the
spiked.
whirling and
I'll look into
sure,
it.
mister. Sure.
He didn't actually understand what you meant. And now he's just
What's
nodding.
in that
Oh,
container
that
over
one.
there?
That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them.
Well, anyway,
But
I'm
just
looking for the
wait.
leader.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school, we did.
Okay,
when we
that's
were
nice,
boys.
but I just want to know where I can
Oh,
find him.
Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
So he's that way. Okay,
Bye-bye now.
you take care.
Finger pistol, 9mm. Snap, snap, baby. Turns out guns aren't that much.
Better reaction speed. Okay, so it's this way, huh? It'll look warm. Hey, let me see that. Taxidermy fish.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind
That is a
large
big man.
desk. He looks up from his work. With great effort, he straightens himself up with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
You in charge of the dark workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by.
Dubois?
Please, have a seat. I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
I can see why.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair on the...
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously...
Excellent,
Let's
Mr.
see.
Dubois.
I'll take
I can
a seat.
see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Wink
So
back.
tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of...
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world.
Damn.
It's violating...
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
Obviously check.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager.
Wow, that's 25 real.
Hey, that's a day.
Money. You need it.
Oh, thanks.
Don't mention it. But also, don't forget it. I'm just kidding, of course.
He's not.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you,
Oh,
Union people are on it.
my gun, that's right.
I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
That's
His slug-like lips move, but the world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its brevity. When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant.
Oh, I would appreciate any help.
Right, Harry? You seem anxious. Don't be. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their
Good thing I
own
had some
mouths.
magnesium.
It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't...
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Shit.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You
what?
want to cry.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look...
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What?
Mr. Dubois!
Yeah, he's panicking.
Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Keep sliding down the Joe.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get...
Maybe you could use your hands somehow. In a kind of throw-in motion. Like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Actually, I could use that glass of water.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As a...
Okay, enough. We are...
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police
Alright.
officer questions.
I'm told the union is involved in the local drug
What?
trade.
Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible.
No, I'm
you
not.
hurt me, Harry. Me. I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because...
He's hiding.
Thank you for your understanding.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but...
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Aren't you going to ask me how I got
Honestly, I didn't want to bring it up, Harry. I heard you have become Measurehead's race pupil.
in? Oh, I needed to get in somehow.
Of course, Harry. Of course. You're not some kind of a fantastic racist now. And rest assured, no one's gonna know what you did with race there, Harry. Your race bonanza is safe anyway. I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the
told
chance to
me-
request it.
Mr. Dubois,
Of
why?
course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
Oh, so that's really my
My
name.
God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
I mean, it is true.
I
But that
assure
makes it a
you,
bit hairy.
there's nothing to be ashamed of, Harry. I have a big fat folder on you, Harry. I'm sure you had some concerns you thought I might be
Questions,
able to
huh?
address. And you were...
It's just a brown folder.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind?
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
So what's my
It's
full name?
Harry. Harry Dubois.
Okay, I like it.
I can work with you, Harry. Now,
Where
but
do I
of
live?
course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st, and you live in Jamrock.
Jamrock?
You're a Jamrock boy.
I'm a real
long
Jamrock
way from
boy,
home,
huh?
But that's a...
He doesn't really seem to know any more about...
Do I have a family?
Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless
I
you
don't know, I think I'd be a wonderful
well,
father.
Yes. I'm sure you're going to make one little...
What kind of
well,
cop am
Harry,
I?
If I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic.
I'm sorry?
Yes. You seem to be.
He's probably just making a guess based on your recent activity in Martinaise.
Where'd you get that folder?
This? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
This translates into... Haha.
I find that very suspicious.
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand.
Okay.
Please.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just
That's not a RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not
The Census
RCM.
Bureau?
Those Census Bureau.
Oh, those damn census takers. I should have figured.
He got the name from the Census Bureau. And everything else.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau.
That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you.
So the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay?
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about my gun.
Your lost gun. My best Your gun will be found, Harry.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Have you manufactured that in?
Yes.
On shop?
Thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. Now, please,
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
So if I do things for you, I'll get my gun back.
Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only...
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
So I want to talk about the hangy.
Of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinaise. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
There's a but, isn't there?
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could...
Yes, that sounds good. Let's...
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
I mean, yeah, I've opened a few
And I'm
doors.
sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your...
Whose
door is it?
One's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there.
You know,
a loud,
weasel.
blabbering weasel. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open.
Why not open
Harry,
it yourself?
I'm a very busy man, and more...
You want to send someone a message that the...
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore...
Alright, fine, what the hell?
Fantastic, my friend. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked...
Well, I did meet Joyce.
That's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation.
Just
We're
pals.
all trying to do what's best for Martinaise. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
I don't know. She said the previous union leader vanished.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better...
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
You didn't mention any casserole.
Harry. Do not fixate on this...
This particular brand of humor he has, it
Yeah.
makes for a fine...
It's an allegory for something.
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
Why would you let an alley like
He's
that
an
go?
old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left. Harry, I have little people in my organ... Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget.
I don't know.
No one is.
Joyce
We're
seems to think the
pals.
union is lowballing her.
Yes. Low balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real...
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to... Of
Talk about
course,
something
Harry,
else.
Let me just assure you, I have no interest in what she is doing. But I might tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing sword...
It is rather interesting to tell people...
Look at him see
I
a
don't
brew.
know what that means. You know what? Don't even tell me.
He sincerely has no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I'm out of here.
You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Oh, great. I wouldn't gonna get stuck in here.
You're one of us now.
Yeah, I'm a union boy.
Union man.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
What am I? Cool cop?
You're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official, shall we?
They should be
Yes,
sorry.
yes. Impotent rage and lamentation.
I'm not
no,
sorry.
You don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting.
No, I'm really not.
Okay.
I'm no sorry cop. He's annoyed. Anyway, what should I do now? The weasel. Let's go down. Cool and good. Let's go talk to Maniana.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man.
Maybe
It's by
Utopia.
a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye. Like men of the plain.
But said you had a
Have
key to the door?
huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I mean, I'm opening it for all working
I knew
men.
this man was a commie. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know.
Okay, but where did...
The janitor gave it to me. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for?
You know about this person?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big...
Okay,
It means
so
he's
it
not
doesn't.
going to tell you, cause he doesn't know.
Actually,
But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working.
do you know anything about the Hardy
Los
Boys?
Addis? They're an independent... They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule.
Anyway, thanks. Let's go. Yeah, I should get some more magnesium.
A small cabinet on the wall.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better.
I really need to upgrade that. Let's see. The rent. Yeah, that's good for like a day's rent or so. Let me see. I'm assuming it's this.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper, the leather upholstery is worn and rough. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard. You try to be as silent as you can. Finally, there might be important information.
Might. Okay, let's save.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's
This
with the
isn't
sun?
just one sun, but there are little... It's an optical atmospheric anomaly, the first settler.
Look at that.
The tenant isn't...
By old-fashioned, he means. The flag doesn't seem to mind. A row of mugs sits on the shelf, a little ring. There's something disdainful in the... It looks like the artist is celebrating diversity, but underneath, he's just making... Of course, the lieutenant picks up one...
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Okay. Bunch of cheap stereotypes. Alright, let's see. What should I do now? Yeah, I have to do that later on in the day.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I did talk to him.
And how did you like Mr. Clare?
I could do business with him.
He must have his practical uses. He could have kept it with corruption.
The RCM does not pick sides in this, madame.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. How could I stop you?
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite... Tell her she'll like you for it.
He's helping me find my gun.
Oh.
The lieutenant looks at you. He's able to contain the...
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their...
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
No.
Well, maybe he's not as helpful as you thought. Of course,
not talk about it.
Until then.
Let's see, what can I do? Oh, actually, yeah. I am considered a union boy now. That's not what I meant. Let's save here.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
What if I wanted to talk to you?
What you want is of no significance, officer. I suggest not wasting time on trivial, pleasant...
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way she stands.
Easy Leo told me about you.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel, like I already told you. What are we going to do to you? The union isn't going to... If anything, it is aggressive. You make your living...
So you were spying on that?
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatizing.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Hey, the world needs a financial buffer show. No need to get emotional.
No one is emotional here.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
It was
What
the
are
Hardy
you
boy.
talking about? Or what? You...
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl. Who might...
Shut the fuck up, Glenn!
It has to be good.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy.
That's right. We're not talking about this. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around.
Good. We are all watching each other.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Again. About fucking time.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod.
You said you're friends with Manana, is that
The
true?
mention of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew.
What's in the
The man
bush you're making
says
there?
a couple of sentences in that strange... I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Yes.
Boss need more vodka?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits.
Oh, nice.
Clever move.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a... Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea. Honestly, the place is a powder keg.
No vodka.
Gives you a long, disappointed look. Then,
Nice. Put in someone.
you see ahead the door doesn't.
Can I help you?
Okay. Let me think. Oh yeah, I should know I've unlocked the door. Let's empty this out.
The tear machines. Your bottles clump.
Nice. Seems like a nice way to get some change.
The already familiar cold.
Mr. Dubois, every worker...
He's a living god.
Mr. Dubois, so be it. How can I help you today?
Open the
I'm
door.
very glad to hear that, Harry. One question.
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
It wasn't for me to go
You're
inside,
right,
so I
Harry.
didn't.
You only had to unlock the...
He was testing.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is going to start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is going to be good.
I've heard a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about it.
I'm sure you figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I'm listening.
This strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
I see.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company.
Interesting.
Harry.
Interesting company.
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container. About my fun container? It's a hoot, Harry. Who knows? Maybe you'll be in here the next time they move it. It will be very fun. But enough about me and my container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them. All hardened commando types.
3 killers?
One of them got downright suicidal. Getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy. The one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Who did the pushing
There's
exactly?
a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood. Making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
Yeah, sounds like mafia.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
Indeed.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves
yeah, so he was
this
talking
beast
about the
that was
Hardys.
burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway.
Mention a lawyer girl?
Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Tell me about Titus.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer.
I mean, I did
women,
meet these Hardys.
and some order.
Can you ask them to cooperate?
It's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
I can.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the bank.
Good boy. A real team player. Now, do you have any more questions?
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
I'd have been sending
Of
him
course,
before.
you're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
Anyway, let's conclude
Was it
for
a
now.
good tour? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet. Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat.
That's supposed to mean I'm more left than you
You're
are.
saying it, but I don't believe you. You know how it is. Company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What are they for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez.
Oh, nice.
It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Where
On
exactly?
the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village.
I need
they're
to wait to
calling
do
it.
that till tomorrow,
A
I
gloomy
imagine.
place. You'll find it. I trust your detectives.
It depends. I don't think what we just got.
But he thinks.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get...
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can.
All right.
Deliberately omitting.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist.
Oh yeah, I turned it off.
What?
Another
Did I?
snorkel.
Well done then, Harry. I like not knowing about it, and I'm sure you made the right call. I don't even want to know what all of that means. Brew, see you soon, Deba.
You have fun with that. Alright, what can I do now? Could I talk to the Holy Boys now? I don't really have my badge with gun yet.
Lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The woman is still hunched over the woman.
Huh? What is it?
Yeah, she's not gonna tell me anything.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philip." As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece. Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Someone shot the king?
Okay, I can see it, but well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution, but the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice? Or
target practice.
Not? What is so?
The king stands high above you.
What did he do?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what way?
He blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy.
How did he manage to
During
blow through the entire national
anti-centennial
treasury?
war, stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry. He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon. Instead
I want
of
to sleep
bed,
on gold,
like a
hustler
more
style.
weight. You haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what
you
now?
See, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury. Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian blow. Allegedly twice as potent. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Cocaine.
This is a lot
His
to process.
Majesty's courtiers said it helped him beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay. Thrown there by the revolutionaries. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately, some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart. Like,
that's funny.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders. Those critics might have it wrong, though. There's more to it than just ironies. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, not that he ever did in life either.
Alright.
Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Yes, you hustle. You're a
I guess I do.
Look at yourself. You're a human. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up.
I fucking ride till I die,
That's
bitch.
just what it's like. Life and death. But it ain't easy. But you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
I guess I made some girls.
Sure. And has it been easy? Are you rich?
No.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo.
Fucking taxes, man.
That's right. On taxes almost non-existent in the Gossamer state. That is Revachol.
No taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect. 98% of all your money.
No
Here
fucking
you go,
way.
hustler. Fight.
Oh, I unlocked those with skill points. Let's see, what can I do?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring.
Yeah. Let's talk to him. Save. Oh, is this your first playthrough? Yes, it is. And as you can see, I'm just kind of going around,
left town, but the clowns
kind of exploring the city, seeing what I can do on day 2. Oh, me and Everett talked. He promised you cooperate.
So you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
That's
and
right.
What's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Why don't you push me some more and find out,
You
Gimp?
gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
Coward.
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
Let's see.
The door is closed. Oh, wait a minute. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What happens when I talk to Kuno?
Kuno care?
Who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's
the
using
Summer King name.
Kuno's in a fucking.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna help! Pig's got Kuno!
Help! He's got the.
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Answer the questions.
Escalate, Kuno! It's
Pigs in there in Kuno! Somebody
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
Yeah, whatever. It's a bad idea.
For emphasis, a ghost is...
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that. I'm gonna fuck.
Relax. He can't... There's a dead body, remember? That's what you were doing here. You're a cop on a case.
How do you know that? You can't see inside my head. Can you read my mind, Kuno?
I can. Kuno can smell that fire. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. You're nothing. You're a...
Kuno turned you into his prison!
No, you're not.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with
A peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
Nice
Don't
people.
talk to me about my fucking peeper! You don't know where I come from! You just Kuno's
Whatever.
Kuno is kind to his bitch.
Click, 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 click!
Play offense, yard.
This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
There's a stack of Etonite back
That's
there.
just some shit roofing gimps left behind.
He's hiding something.
You hiding something?
If Kuno was hiding something, it would be...
But it is not hidden, is it, sire? You picked up on it.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't...
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material because there's a secret door.
Ah!
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
I knew it.
What is this
Yeah.
door? A tool shed? That's it.
Let's see. Silver plate with traces of bone yellow
Be
powder.
still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine.
Ah,
Sweet.
droga.
The lieutenant isn't stuck. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally.
Perhaps the police should interfere?
Perhaps not. This is built. See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no?
Yeah. Hey. Where does this go? Oh, I'll go up here. Be careful. That works. What's this? Ooh, nice little bunny. That's good. Okay, let's get out of here. I want to see what happens if I try to reason with him. Probably won't go well, but...
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around.
Nah. Not gonna work. better composure. Oh, wait a minute, there's someone up there.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta. An off-key melody.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
Please open the door.
But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even...
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead. You ring the door. What an ominous name for a hit. All you hear is static. You ring the door. You wait. Looks like someone. You hear you can almost hear them breathe.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
She sounds almost antique. Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
Yeah, so I kind of place in order.
The lieutenant.
It's you.
Huh?
It's a woman. She must be mistaken. Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it.
Yes, it's me.
Michelle, just... Why did you even call? I don't understand.
Oh, just going through some tough times.
Ever since I came to work...
A spot of static over...
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able...
But then
She
what?
sounds like she's about to cry.
Hello?
She doesn't answer.
What's so nice about forgetting?
The only thing you can hear now is static and wait. Another
What just happened?
seagull.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
Alright,
You
bye.
press the number sign. Silence. Silence. Nothing happens. Silence. This button looks new, but some...
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. All right. There's a light. There's the static.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial.
Can you let me inside?
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax.
I just want to explain myself.
Wait. Is she...
You repeating yourself?
Is this some kind of joke?
Do you think
The
it's
voice
funny?
from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can...
Now, who's responsible for this?
As if my mind...
And then it hits...
You're
She
recording,
tries
aren't you?
again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely.
And here
Her
I
sound
thought-
melts. This is where you hung up the call. You press the number sign on the keypad.
Nope, nothing there. There's someone up there. I wonder. No, I can't. That has to be where the secret passage leads up to. Let's see.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
You know
That's
something
the
about
man who
these?
was killed. I'm afraid
you know
I
something
cannot
about the
tie the full
tattoos.
stay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with. Word has traveled yet.
One of the tall buildings.
It appears we are being monitored every step we take, colleague. Did we have any other...
Yeah, that's it. Hmm. See. That could be an idea.
Everything's still cool here. Me?
This man probably comes from Seaguy. Sometimes
Very
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism. But the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole.
Because of
If you
Revachol?
say so, officer. I don't...
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Let's see.
Still here. What? But I told you she's my friend. Please don't make...
She is a suspect.
I thought you... Here.
The keys to a motor lorry.
Her lorry's still here. Down past the statue of...
When did she leave?
Last Friday. I
Oh, we
bet
have to
you
do
are.
this.
Nah. I need to think my own...
Nah, that's fucked up.
Looking for something, Rod? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Failing the last time was so demoralizing and puzzling.
Maybe. What's right here?
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell
Men like this
Aha!
only respect two things: strength.
Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it?
Fuck you, I told...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I've been to your fucking lorry. I know where it is. I'm gonna burn it down, you hear me?
Fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing.
When did she go?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot past
What
the
exactly
monument.
is?
Down there. The Green Temple. Now...
A small temple by the monument. Green.
There we go. Looked at my second try. Okay, so it's green, right? Here it is.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. The door is locked. There's no picking this lock. The owner has
used a pry bar to smash the window. Open it.
Yeah.
I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has...
Pry bar, yeah. Here we go. Let's do this.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in...
Yeah, let me save, just in case.
This screen found, A to pry bar in hand. You take a hard swing. It looks like the window might be shatterproof. You may have to rethink your approach. Another futile.
This has been hard enough.
He smashes it into the window.
Oh, okay.
Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor.
Nice.
It went better than I expected.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is these are movie posters featuring stuff. One of them particularly catches your eye. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy with a hint of amber. The remnants of a sweet juniper. The actress is draped in a wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? This is Tijon, a star she wasted away in a drug den called
okay,
the
well,
Actresses,
I don't care about that.
and it looks like the frequency dial is absent.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
But, Speed Freaks.
No, that's on 70. What? I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have
don't need so many radio stations.
An entire fleet of lorrymen. Looks like we are dealing with
a 20-kilometer radius at least.
Doesn't look like it.
The smell of you wedge yourself under, but one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper.
That's weird.
Sandpaper adds extra grip.
It's like the driver said screwed a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
The sandpaper will also rub off the pattern from the driver's right foot sole.
Yes.
One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
Oh, the missing eighth party was here.
Looks like her, yes.
She's also the one running the drug trade.
Now we know for certain who is the missing eighth person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
Definitely.
We should see what Titus has got to say on the matter.
The movie stars are a metallic drawer slides out from. It's an issue of Perez. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the ULAN frequency system.
The ULAN frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM.
The pull-out tool closed the rust.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective?
Sure.
All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter. particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect.
This means it's well funded.
Yes, it is.
I'm not sure what the ULAN frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was...
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
It is connected to the Union.
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here.
Meaning, someone as slippery as
Movie posters factor into this.
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
Maybe the traitor is some sort of cinephile.
Yes, well...
So we'll also open an
We
investigation.
should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation. Sometime later, when we're done here. We do not want... The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs.
Okay.
Debrief over.
Let's go. Yeah, maybe I should talk to them Hardy Boys about this.
Looks
Hi
like
there.
the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
I connected you to the local drug
Like
trade.
hell you have. There is no law.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprint. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
The thought forms in your head, like a lightning strike branching in the sky.
You're right. There is no local drug trade. Except
That's
you.
a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong state.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community.
Really, you're profiting off poisoning your own people.
Who fucking who? People will.
Yeah, that's what the labor movement is all about. Clean and organized. And
Theoretically, of course.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy Boys here.
Yeah, the 8th Hardy. That's the one who's missing. She runs the thing, right?
My answer is fuck off. Mind your own business. There is
That's
no
a yes.
And here we go. Back to...
I know. Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking...
Despite everything, the little...
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
Not yet. Here, I can take this off. So now we can go talk to her. Hi there.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Spoke with the
Yes,
lawyer
my
man.
eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Exactly how those eyes
It
located.
doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That
Probably.
would give them a read on the entire quarter.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask...
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality.
Exactly.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
Yeah.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and straw.
How are the lynching and strike
I
connected?
have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
Okay. A momentary lapse of
They were
faith.
dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Need security
Absolutely
detail?
not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They're meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allows some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there.
That's
the
odd.
remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now.
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Maybe the investigations can team up.
Surely you're joking. These people are killers. My only hope is that yours provides a single, concrete suspect before they indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This
all the
in turn will
Hardys.
force the Union to respond.
The débardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Seraï's giant hornet, the world's 2nd largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
I think it's inevitable, though.
It doesn't have to be like this. Nameless, badgeless officer of the citizens' militia. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
It's about a bloodbath.
I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences.
Since you are sharing, man, this is also...
Then we're on the same page. As grim as it may
What can
be,
you tell me about
not
Crenell?
much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in 3rd or 4th world countries. Guarding for...
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors. Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands. Countries that don't have a good record.
Anything else you got
sadly.
on them?
No. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. If you still have access to the ICP's database, You could run a better background check than I.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of...
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal
Call
with the
detective
RCA.
company. Tell them to call them off.
And they will. However, these all...
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard.
You said the deceased assaulted a
Well,
woman.
he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering
And
around
what do these
the canal,
teenagers say?
that the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman.
The lieutenant consults his notebook.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place?
We have.
And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later...
And who was this
That's
woman?
a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor.
How did
In
you
any
know?
cases,
Well, did you know
You
him?
mean, did I see him alive? Yes.
His name
Lely.
was...
His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did.
Well, what about
Outside,
nationality?
however,
How old was he?
40 or 50. It's...
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Missi. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the
Well, the
injury.
remaining
They've
mercs
gone
now.
to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly,
we still need to know
think
what
you're
they
more
are.
likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate.
So
if I
where
don't
are these
appear.
mercenaries?
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic
course.
slogan. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
One is the goon in ill-fitting work
That may be
clothes.
so. I still hope you...
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the...
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant.
Hmm.
But my hands are tied.
Your concern may be appearances.
One is following a
Ours is
building
keeping the
overlooking
peace.
the roundabout.
Would afford a good vantage point.
Where is your radio for contacting them?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent.
Yeah, we got
I
another
hope
question.
I can answer it better.
How much time
Until
do we
the
have?
executions start. Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the...
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Anyway, that's enough for
I
now.
am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news.
So can you tell me about
Of
this?
course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to
I
one.
can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size,
Stars
location
in
on
the
the
skies.
plane. Port cities. This is an Oranese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over
What's the use of
300
this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption.
Travels to the
Could be
dead man
quite a
make.
few. Vredefort, the Oranese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I
See.
think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident.
It's hard.
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They...
The old world passing by. And then
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand
Vredefort? Vredefort has a military academy.
Maybe it's a record of his
Similes-
military career.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways. Just like we don't need sailors the way we used
For all the boys looking for an adventure.
Could tell me
His
more.
platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man...
Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete
I need the
Do what you
information.
have to do, Detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public...
We will be careful, ma'am.
Anyway,
Is there anything else?
that's all I need. Thank you. Wow, we learned a lot. That's good.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Because you see it, finally. This will all the other walls on all the other houses. Oh, wall father.
Must paint this wall.
He sounds tired. Cindy the Skull has all the necessary materials. Talk to her.
I know you're tired, but take a look at this wall.
Sure.
I must
If
talk to
you
Cindy.
must.
I wonder if she's up here. Anyway, let's
Hello again, officers.
I need some paint. For art.
Well, if it's for art, but what kind of art are we talking about?
Rand
Let me
art.
stop you right there, Piggy. You have no idea, do you? No idea. No brush?
We'll all see.
Not gonna hold my breath, Piggy. You...
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. Or am I? No, that's too long. Well, oh well. Damn, I should have clicked on something sad. Let's see if we can be empathetic.
Fuck does Kuno care? You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years.
I phase shifted through the roofing
shit.
material.
Get the fuck out of here.
You can't do that.
Pigs can't displace. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
What's with the two of Margaret is
It's a
selling
vitamin
Kulo?
pig. Don't
You could use some.
Magnesium,
yeah,
right?
It's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you,
Oh,
Kuno.
it's just magnesium.
You're
Don't
not getting
mystify
this
it.
pig.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and
What's with the pig head?
Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo
Ooh, pig head. I liked it. I got one too. This one is shit.
What is this shit? Fucking on your...
Fuck your shit back to normal.
Well played. No one saw that coming.
Quite a dastardly trick, if I do say so
That's where
myself.
Kuno gets his daily...
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you?
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
It'd be funny.
He's on your...
Yeah, no, that wasn't gonna work.
Fuck does Kuno... You found Kuno's secret shit.
He can't...
Pigs can't... How did you like it? Oh, that. Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Like some musician?
Kuno plays on snuff. That's where Kuno...
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too.
It's a vitamin.
You could use some.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, don't teach him.
You're not getting this, pig.
Fuck you, pig.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno. The fuck good call. The fuck about your test.
Get lost.
Yeah? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't...
Hear that? The magnesium levels in your blood are dangerously low. It's about the... Yes, and it's critical.
I need to
You
mag it
need to
up.
get so magged up. Yes, if you just remember. And it's certainly nor smoke.
Yeah, that's definitely not the problem. Alright, let's see. Let's see what I could do here.
Fuck does Kuno care?
He's on you.
Fuck does Kuno care?
He's on you.
Nah, I'm not gonna try yet.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles and then accelerated straight into... The driver proceeded to
I already saw this.
heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
You are correct. This is... I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez.
You could follow the tracks south. There seems to be a canal there.
You know, let's see if I could appeal to a better nature. Definitely should have said I wanted to paint something grand. It should have been sad. She would be cool with that.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to...
You don't have the skills to execute something like this in practice. But, oh boy, the idea's going
I'm going to create a highly
blow
detailed
the
skeleton of an ancient boat that wouldn't exceed 100 million years
She
ago.
squints her eyes.
And then I'm going to paint it red. I'm using heavy fuel oil. And then I'm going to fucking light it on fire.
Fire.
It's the Phoenix, get it? What do you
I
say?
sod off. You don't have the technical skills to do that.
What's the
I
problem?
like your idea.
But art is bigger than either
Then
of
get
us.
your brush.
Oops, my apologies. You're a police officer and a grown-up. Why are you trying to impress her? Maybe try a different approach.
Yeah, I'll catch you later. Here. Ooh, that's a nice chunk of change. Oh, I just saw that box too.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray a great force from the north. The tenement acted as a defense. The waves of the Martinique. What didn't? Those arches act only 3 stories. A fleet. They massed airships. Many are still coalition warship Archer.
You wanna show the city?
But that was a long time ago.
Okay. Oh yeah. What can I do now?
Whoa. What have a bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks?
Construction code
They never
violation.
cleaned up the war damage. The
Look at the
bridge is
splinters.
fine enough.
Ah, she didn't close this.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens.
Actually. Okay, let's go.
Right to work! Right to work!
Are you a
Hell
merc?
no. It just has to be said. That was not a convincing line.
Is there a tribunal being conveyed by any chance?
A punch is not imminent. I'm going to interpret that as a...
How about you fuck?
Okay, of course.
No, I'm just on the scab. That didn't sound too convincing.
Fucking
Loincloth? Now you see, the man's breathing steadies.
Maybe even
Don't
helping.
think so.
It was on your chrono.
Wordless, he takes the photo and looks at it, hard as a stone.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Can you tell me what it means?
Means. In what must have been Seminine.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in...
Bonito is one of the inhabited islands of the
See.
Seminese archipelago, near the...
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic.
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon. At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know. She was quite the entertainment.
I'll let him tell his story.
She lasted, expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make chief there shit his pants. God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them.
God damn.
Drowned in a creek a week later.
Something stirs in your stomach.
No. I was in the domain. Fucking mask is getting sweaty. Go
back?
ahead. All right, now.
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is...
Okay.
The tear machines, your bottles clunk.
There we go.
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
Should be.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
I think we need more civilians.
Yeah, maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
What's the plan with the
You
rhymes?
know, Tommy Lahome's gonna be a musician.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahome.
Why Tommy
Lahome was
Lahome?
taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Didn't be best verse. Why not?
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Your best verse.
Fuck.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam.
Wait, there's something here.
I got something.
Stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like...
Mule's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa. What else?
It is a chalice held out to you in silent communion.
Silent communion.
While
That's
gaping,
good.
while gaspingly you partake of a shifting identity never your
Dang,
own.
that's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
I'm just a vessel for the muse.
Right. But really, no bullshit. That's great stuff. I sort of want to know if it's yours.
You want some mine.
Fucking hey. Seems I got you all wrong. It's good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text.
Makes it all
The
easier
others
to
here,
bear.
So you don't really
If the words are
I
pretty.
get you. When they really click, it makes the world seem manageable. Good to be.
Huzzah.
Why does art inspire you so much?
What is art?
Excellent question. Art, in short, art is...
Would I
have you
fit?
looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic. With that beard...
Yes,
and
I have
those
been feeling
yes,
critical.
you seek substance. No vapid...
Alright, if you want
being
100% cop.
so indecisive.
Okay.
Exactly. Go ahead and...
That works.
Make way for the master poet.
Ease into it.
Nah. Should I understand him?
Make way for the master poet.
Ease into it. Don't go too far.
Nah. I'll leave him be. I wonder where I could find a sad song. Oh, I guess I can't do that yet.
Just a moment.
She's agitated.
And there's no...
The closest phone booth.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway.
Good thing,
Please
man.
don't trouble yourself about me. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there.
What's wrong with the phone line?
manager was vague.
Why would he be vague about...
Why do you need to use the
the young
phone?
woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, I was also...
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take
Has your
your
husband
mother.
gone missing
just
before?
You have more important things to worry about.
This expedition your
Just
husband
some
was on.
field work, sweetie. But they should have returned by now. They were just...
The water lock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Who's this
Oh,
Gary?
sweetie. Gary's as loyal as they come.
Anyway, the water lock is broken.
My. What happened to the water?
Some technical problem.
Whatever the cause,
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation...
Yes, some left.
And if you see him, let him...
Yeah.
Oh, you're such a dear. Oh, yes. A zoologist.
Scientist, huh?
Cryptos.
What's
It's
that?
a pseudoscience that
That's one opinion.
She's used to playing.
My apologies, ma'am.
It's not a hobby, dear. Searching for
Ah,
such
he
species
looks for
called-
cryptids,
The
huh?
quality of research at Revacholian universities has been.
Oh dear, I'm not sure where to. Well, his
Slightly
expression
grumpy,
is slightly grumpy.
bright and
but
curious
his eyes
eyes.
are always bright and
Horse
curious, like a
palms,
small boy.
but
You
gentle.
can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you want to find her husband,
Why
you'll
don't you
need more.
describe him as one of your cryptids?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair.
The lieutenant pulls out his knife.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of...
How long have you
We'll
been
be
married?
celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn.
Nice.
Not the most
How'd you
by
meet?
a dating agency. I'm ashamed. We hit it off, and
She's skipping over some important parts.
I hope I've been useful.
More about this
Oh,
Reverend stuff.
sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't...
The lieutenant gives you a.
Oh, I want to hear.
Well,
Ah, yes. Phasm.
where other Phasma, hence its name, the...
I knew it. We're gonna be...
It's not made up of. It's simply elusive. So much so that most establishments...
Does it have cool powers?
It can blend in almost
Oh,
perfectly.
it's dangerous.
Not at all. Well, some teenagers making out in the reed saw
A
one.
newspaper
They,
clipping,
of
that's all you
course,
got?
Most Phasmid sightings turn out...
Enthusiasm has wiped the
I'm
world.
really excited about
Suppose
this.
I have something of a...
Is it
Oh,
valuable?
I doubt it. Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm
Special
not
about the
explaining this
stick bug.
very well. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him. Surely things can't be that bad.
Hope it's not
you
too
know
bad.
where we are, right?
We're in Revachol?
That's right. In a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise.
Okay.
Yes. And
It's
the new
used to be really cool in the
disco
30s.
dancing. Much has changed, but it is... Speaking of history, you know what?
Mega
That's
51.
right, dear. How
A green
splendid.
apple pen?
Here,
Green,
take
green
this
ape pen.
Her relief is palpable.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
What
No,
kind of democracy?
sadly not.
Meaning, buying is voting.
If there's no cops, how come there are government? How if there's no government, how
You're
come there are
doing
cops?
So well. There aren't really, but we should...
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
So how did I
We
do?
were doing quite well up until...
A sigh.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what
What's the
a defeat,
revolution?
I'm afraid. The people of it
Yeah.
has something to... Someone more...
No, I'm not an encyclopedia.
Of course. Then, I don't know. Someone... But thank you, sweetie. You did make me forget about my worries for a while.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd
I'd like
be
to hear
only too
about some of the
pleased to
cryptids you
tell-
study.
Oh, I'd be delighted.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
Hey, I like the sound of
And
that.
I don't.
Ooh, tough choice there.
What's the most dangerous?
The gnome of Jeroma.
Doesn't sound too
Oh,
bad.
It is. None of his victims survived.
Oh.
Grieving relatives never...
What did it look
It
like?
was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers. A couple of campers found it when it was all... It still took the gnome...
If the body of the creature was found,
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it instead. All the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the
see.
creature itself.
Alas, always alas, and then it was gone. Isn't that overly convenient?
No, it's perfectly
Sure,
good.
a perfectly good explanation. It deserves.
All right.
Of course, dear.
That's all for now, man. That's sweet.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Loser.
That's
It's not
strange.
strange. It's inconvenient.
Who there was foul
Don't do
play?
that.
I just want to know who you
Fine,
suspect.
yeah, it looked like someone had messed with the wiring. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can. Yes?
The man ponders his.
Hmm. Let's see.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape nothing. Just.
Damn.
It's you again. What is it?
As you look around this room,
Ooh, nice.
Swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco. Does this look familiar?
Now, where have I seen this
You
before?
believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men. Sitting on desks.
I get it, Titus.
Talking
You
shit.
guys really are the authority around here. You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in hand.
Got a problem with beer now.
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No, I'm drunk on a job too. I don't give a shit, just like you guys.
Speak for yourself, buddy. We've been giving a shit for.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica.
So what? What do you?
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
Someone's been assaulted. She needs counseling. We need to talk to her.
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got it.
You want to talk to her, cop? Fine. If you don't, if you question her.
What is her name?
Glacia. I'm on June. She's staying here in the world.
Aha!
A real pretty.
Yeah!
Silvery jumpsuit. Blonde. That's I'm on June. With an O. U.
Ah. That was such a challenging skill check.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. Remember what you said to her? You told her you wanted her.
Yeah. Blonde. Tall.
You inexplicably
Oh.
after the victim's name, but no.
Oh,
Your spine is too damn
that was so close.
None of these people would ever calm, normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
It's a relationship.
There what?
Was like that cat.
Okay.
Bad question.
All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
Alright, we'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Okay. Oh, wow. I just passed 2 really hard skill checks. That's so good. That one. Yeah. That's good. Okay. Let's see how well this goes.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
Tired. Controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs.
Yeah, let's just be normal.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud following your lead. The lieutenant leans in closer.
This window was replaced.
Yes.
Ah, we're up here. That's why.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from you. Catch a single white flower between your fingers.
Nice.
The young woman looks at the Maybell. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod. Probably for the best.
Okay.
Welcome to the roof.
What's up?
Her hair is still below her silvery jumpsuit. An athletic young boy.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
No cleaning lady? I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Yeah, Disco Inferno.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit.
I am Kim Kitsuragi. I am a detective from Precinct 57.
Have I ever? This is the world's most lamentable cop.
Yep,
It's
I'm sorry.
okay. It's absolutely okay to be that.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
What could she be thinking of? It's hard to say. Her shoulders are relaxed, her eyes on the cigarette.
What's this
She
flower?
looks at the dried petals in your palm. Then, chipped white polish covers the nail. It's
Pretty. Looks like a dried Maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
What's
The
Sambo?
martial arts, sir.
Samurai boxing, or sambo. Graceful martial arts stuff.
Why was there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
What's your name, miss?
Blasier, I'm
For the
on-
record, of course.
Same name that Titus gave you. It sounds Oranese, as does her accent. Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
You from Oranje?
Right, sir. Vredefort. Republic of...
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form in your...
A bad memory, officer.
The Republic of Oranje is a democratic nation on the Muindi Isola, north of here. Over the sea, they
Reasonable.
will make you into a fiscal colony. Divert your natural resources, hold patents and shares.
Understood.
It's the past.
Thankfully, it's implied.
How old
I'm
are you?
28.
So what do you
Something
do?
stupid. Oranese lit.
Oranese lit.
Oranese literature.
Oh, literature.
That's what I studied
Okay.
at the university.
What's that
fear
about?
Of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures
So
are
what do you do with it?
nothing. I do nothing with it.
Cool.
It's not very cool. But what can you do?
Can we look at your
I'm afraid
passport?
You can't.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast. Along with...
Thank you for your candor.
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
Okay,
Okie
then.
dokie.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her.
Oh, that's it for the
The
record.
record. So official.
I swear we got here.
It's pretty deluxe.
That window
It
is
is.
new.
An evasive maneuver. Ask a follow-up.
Was it changed?
I'm trying not to lie to you here. Stop making it hard.
Okay,
Thanks.
You hear the scribbling of the lieutenant's pen.
Why are you here?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November. Funky town.
Other questions?
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, torn and sparkling and draped in smoke.
All right, let's
It's
ask.
a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
And what does that mean? Were
Yeah.
you?
I'm gonna go with not raped. I can't say that stuff about him. Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
How do the Hardy Boys know
They're
you?
frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now.
How'd you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
There must be more to it. You should return to this topic after you've talked about her relationship with the deceased. Maybe.
Can you tell me about him?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he's...
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
Ted is actually to spice things up for
Pretty
us.
much.
Warming them.
So you're sure you weren't
I'm
assaulted?
89% sure.
So you're 11% not sure.
You know how it is.
Do you?
Hmm. Maybe you don't.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery...
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
I mean, that is a serious matter.
Serious.
You hear cracking?
Let me make this 100% clear then, officer. I was not sexually assaulted.
Okay then.
Would I be this flippant if I had been?
So what did happen between you and the
We
victim?
partied.
Like a birthday party?
Yes. We made balloon animals, drank lemonade, inflated a bouncy castle.
Oh, and did you win the lemonade glasses with sugar?
Yeah,
I like to do that.
I love that too. We frosted the glasses. I unwrapped my bike. There was a petting zoo.
I would
Really?
like it to have been that way.
How was it?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Well,
I
lovers.
guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is such an emotional word.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was
Do you-
this?
A month ago? Something like that.
So it must have been hard for you to see them
Oh,
there.
yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. He takes a small step.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Ah. Got that answered.
Jackpot.
That was you.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martin...
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
If it's snitching, then why do it?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
Oh, so that's what happened to his armor.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
How?
With nail clippers.
Ah, okay.
And I diverted some radio
All right.
fuzz into it. into the cold wire.
So, she's God's mystery foam cutter.
In the process, you broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry.
Another case solved.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever.
Nah,
she
it's not
must have
important.
had training of some kind.
But why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
Yeah, I was.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
So again, how did the Hardy Boys know
Like
you?
I said, we met over drinks.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
She sips her coffee. Birds circle overhead.
So what did they hang him for?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
All right, that's all we need to know.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Before we go, a little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Yeah,
Why not?
later.
I'll be.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making
Coming
from
from?
a distant sunset a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law.
That's me.
Yeah, you have. You're a big. With
Action.
a sudden flash, the world. The same small, heavy door, no lock in sight. It's barred from the inside. Sounds like it's heavy. Must be something valuable inside.
I don't know.
Me too.
It is not the first clue. I don't know. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and...
You know... This door could have something behind it. I mean... Right tool?
The same small, heavy door, no lock in sight. The same small, heavy door.
Yeah,
no
I don't
lock
have
in
I don't have the
sight.
right tool.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in
This ain't
sight.
gonna work. Oh, my foot.
You kick it, gung-ho style.
All right. Let's trash the place.
Let's not.
Yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. Wait a minute. 1 month of payments for this room. Okay.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
I think this will make them cooperate.
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she tell us all
What
that?
else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
Not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have
If
known.
not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
She seems
You
candid.
think so? Being candid is the best way to lie. The appearance of she may be trying to control the pace of the...
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love.
Nah, I'm not gonna
yes.
tell her. Let's see.
It's you again. What is it? Again? Seriously, man. I know her.
How well?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth.
Well enough, Copper.
He tries to make it sound real casual.
So
You
she's
mean
not from around
Revachol?
here.
Nah. She's...
Don't you give her any more trouble. Shut up, Angie.
Titus, what's with all the silences? And what was up with the partying she and Titus did?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again.
It would help if we...
All right. 2 weeks,
Here you go, boss.
What
Said
do
you
you
party.
think I meant?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And no.
So you were close.
No, we just fucked.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable. He's doing a good job here. A
I
commend.
think I
You
know
don't
her.
know her.
I
Not
do.
the way I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. I think that's all I need to tell him for now. Let's see.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
He's on your.
This ain't gonna work. Let's see.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
He's on your.
Nah.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
He's on your.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
He's on your.
Hmm. I have to wait.
You're back. Good. What can I
Yeah,
help
give me
you
a
with?
lowdown on this reality
This
ruin.
Yes, an experimental side case.
It's related to my medical episode.
Yes. The...
Don't be phased, madame. He functions.
We may be here a while then.
Alright, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
We're in Martinez, baby.
And what is this?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district. You would be
See?
excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten.
Tell
I'm
me
not a
more.
good ambassador. As I told you,
You mentioned a
it's
sea.
not really a sea. Yes. We're on an
Known to the early river show.
Caillou, as you
Caillou?
already know.
It is clear this pebble and to humanity at
I would be happy to. What is it? We're in Martinez. You would be Revachol, the great kind history detective. The nations of
City.
the Occident, or migrant
When
work
was
in
it,
the
though?
DeLorean century.
And why would it
They
resolve
say
history?
It's where by that I mean, we are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean.
Oh, well, nobody's.
Speak for yourself, officer.
a collection of tall ghosts behind the water vapor.
22 kilometers from the center of the world.
Silence. The water, there is no recognition. Only the immensity. She observes your eyes scanning the horizon. This is one thought you need.
Was there something else you want?
This has been informative. Might I suggest not asking them all right now?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
I want to know
That is
everything now.
understandable, but perhaps...
Indeed.
What times are
These
these?
are unimportant times, detective.
Wait,
For
for
the
what?
big time.
The
The
big time?
revolution.
Ah, yeah, the
It's
revolution.
quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide. Those
shot
would be
in the
the
head.
communists. Generally speaking, oh, and the anarchists.
Did they shoot
Did
back?
they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million.
What a
Yeah,
kerfuffle.
it was a kerfuffle.
Yes. The insulin. Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in there. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
Hmm.
I
Coward.
prefer the term risk-averse. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully
So it was a
fascist
bunch of inks
wife
duking it out.
horse. We're talking Duke out.
Were they
no,
evil?
I would say the apes were neutral. On the
Okay.
other hand,
Who got the
the
mineral
liberals
rights?
got the mineral rights.
And
by
how did
me,
they win it
didn't
all?
Win so much.
She's one of them. Of course.
Everyone got shot. Who was there to
To foreign
surrender to?
intervention, the coalition. Those people really took the mineral right.
And who are the coalition?
of nations. Grad, the
Moralists.
moralists believe in keeping everything, at least not in the same manner and volume. This is their zone of...
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey
I
sky.
don't think I am moralist.
Rooty tooty, pointy shooty.
Pointy shooty.
That's the way of history.
When was
Turn
this?
of the century revolution. The revolution began in 02 on the east.
Who started
it?
it?
Wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat. A particularly
And what did
virulent
the Zarat
that made
do?
people overthrow their governments.
No way.
Indeed. Zarat is a highly infectious...
It was a funny time in history. They discovered transistors and rock music.
Rock
but they
music?
didn't know anything about prior.
So what did it spread from
From
there?
Revachol and Grad? Not far.
What came
Why?
next?
You and I, officer. Our lives in
And what
a
is that?
city-state divided into the zone of control.
Not in
Modernity.
the rest of the world.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
53
Time
years.
flies.
Alright, that's it
Anxious to
then.
hear more about. They are
That's
what
enough of that.
anyway. Enough sentimentality.
What's
It's
this?
a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain.
What causes it?
It's either bariatric surgery.
Yeah, it's definitely a
She nods
drinking.
slowly.
What are you?
I am not.
There may be a way to get her speak.
What is this? Wait, what is this place?
This or two. A pre-revolutionary tenement. This one used to be 8 to mostly the urban middle
Harry's
class.
done it a lot, isn't he?
Splat, splat.
You could be wrong, but from here it appears as if she's running the brush.
Wonderful.
What is
Girl in
that?
the old lady rags.
Oh. No, something basic.
Yes. There's something very satisfying about discussing the fundamental.
It remains a mystery what you mean by this. A strange code. It's on the tip of your.
Okay, that's
to
it.
have been of assistance.
I know. Well, that helps to pass time. Anyway, save.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire?
Yeah, I'm gonna need to
my
borrow that
And I
paintbrush.
need an aircraft carrier. So what?
Then I'm gonna stand here till you hand
Have
over
you
that
got any
paintbrush.
kids? But fine, take the brush.
You know what you should be able to find in your government-issued vehicle? Red dyed heavy fuel oil.
Right
that
on.
beautiful wall deserves nothing less.
Kim, my friend, would you be willing to sacrifice some of your fuel oil for
My
art?
fuel oil is for my kinema. Use your own fuel if you are unable to contain your artistic impact.
Anyway, bye now. That was easier than I thought.
Yes?
one?
Hello? Me? No one.
She doesn't really want. Is she such a working class woman?
What you
Looking
doing?
For something to read. It
Phenomenal.
is.
I'm
I
a
know you
policeman.
are.
What
You need the
with?
help?
What with? A lot of things. For example, her hands move over the book covers. The tips.
My husband? No, he's not.
So where
I
is
don't
he?
know.
Where is this going, officer?
She
Got it.
gives you a short nod, and
I don't mean to disrespect.
For what it's worth, I agree.
Nothing.
maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain?
Please. Let's do. No, absolutely not.
She gives you a short. The woman before.
Alright, have fun. Let's see here.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands.
Let's see here.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Not enough.
Ow! Shoot! A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be.
No. This ain't gonna work. I'm just too weak.
You.
Wait, I did it.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Yes. I did it.
Bent metal, broken glass. Your path lies strewn. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Yeah, I ripped shit
Fools,
apart. And he's dripping. Leather and sweat.
A barbell lies at 60 kilograms. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
There are no
You're
collars on the barbell.
Wait may fall off. Better not touch it then.
Yeah, bastard, we just removed the
It
collars.
would
It should be a
violation
felony.
of EPIS safety regulations.
What happens if I did that?
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its
I
master.
failed.
You managed to hoist it off. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to smash through that back door.
Proper weightlifting gloves would...
Alright. Hi there.
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. I suppose it's all over now. Just a door? This place is cursed, Detective. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything.
Host Almighty, she prays.
I thought the curse
Of
wasn't
course you
real.
didn't. All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the do.
Her facade has dropped.
But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity?
No.
Yes, the malignant entity that lives inside the chimney. It takes the shape of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected
Oh,
that
hey,
she knows
Blacktail.
more about the curse than she lets on ever since I first saw her.
Yeah, the passage between heaven and hell, of course. It all makes sense.
That chimney is part of the building's central furnace. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go.
Okay. Why not? Let me see a chimney. Looks like Kim has something to say to me.
Yes? Me?
Talk about you.
I
Yeah,
don't see
you.
how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We'll together have more report.
That's a fair point. All right.
You're wearing
that's
glasses.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this. But you can't
that
quite
cool?
muster enough testosterone.
Are
I
they?
don't know.
They're mostly just cumbersome.
You want an air brigade
What,
jacket, aren't you?
these? It's just seasonal.
And those
clothing.
airman
Where
pants.
is this going?
Yeah, I have this place in my head. Well, develop new ideas and connections.
Interesting.
It's no mere brain.
No, normal people don't have this. It's like a mind laboratory, a spiritual R&D division. No, a palette. No, better yet, a painter's atelier of
Okay.
concepts.
Art club.
Okay, indeed.
I do not harbor a sentiment for...
Just air brigades?
I wanted to become an aerostatic pilot. Then I turned 10 and realized we no longer have an air force.
Are you sure the revolutionary hasn't got nothing to do with this?
Absolutely nothing.
The revolutionary must have added a little luster to it for a 10-year-old Kitsuragi.
Okay, my mind's satisfied. Oh, I want to see
It's
what
because
happens.
I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was... It's
What's
a
that?
part of the world, officer.
Seo is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of
I don't
the
know, you're making it
Insulin.
sound
You're barking
uninteresting.
up the wrong tree. I don't speak...
A point of pride to him.
Give me a secret. Ooh.
The
Okay.
lieutenant nods.
You ever
What
talk
do you
with
mean?
yourself? You know, when you're
I
thinking.
have no idea.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
So your brain never chimes in with advice or warnings about anything?
I can't say that it does.
The lieutenant produces his familiar. We all have our You're super lucid.
Good.
Anyway, that's it.
Let's change this.
You seem to be
Excuse
following me.
You
Nothing.
have a distinctive way of walking.
Really
I hope you
distinctive.
don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation.
Jamrock shuffle?
In the 50s,
How's
they
that?
say it's a scene clearing technique developed.
Yes, but containers contain things.
Like
I don't know.
containers.
Contain.
Okay. Let's see. I need to find a chimney.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk.
Just can't. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
Math. It's really...
Math?
Oh, I found something while... I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping me
Oh,
out.
hey!
The city, I mean. Like
Okay, I can look just like him.
I bet... Right. I have to get back to my home.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Rad. Let's see here.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here?
Because you know each other.
Aha!
She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Have we met before?
Yes. I used to stand out there all the time. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir. Apologies.
Did I
Of
talk
course,
to you?
You've stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
Oh, thanks, I'm
I can
trying.
see.
Party eyes. Yes, of course.
Body
You know,
eyes.
like a cat in the dark.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. Good thing she didn't say party eyes. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
Does that mean I've been partaking in
Oh,
narcotics?
baby. That's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
Oh, I think I learned something
glad I
about
could help
myself
you,
today.
sir.
Okay, bye now.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a
Why am I
padlock.
looking at
Well,
you?
it is a container.
We
Can we
could
get it
try
open?
using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or we
Or-
could ask for a key from the manager of the whirling.
He might also have information.
Right bar.
This trash container.
I don't know why,
This
but
trash container is force time isn't happening. You've This trash container is locked. Force time isn't happening. You've jammed the pry bar under the lid, but it just isn't. There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips under.
Let's ask the manager for.
yeah, alright.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
He's on your.
Yeah. Figures. Actually, let's see what happens if I try to open that.
Can I help you?
The trash container yours.
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing the debt.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out.
I thought as much. And are you the only
Well, yes.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something's
I wonder what this
prod at it
feeling
and
is.
find out.
We need those
What
keys.
do you need them?
It concerns the case.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Okay. Hey, at least Kim was on my side this time.
This trash container is locked with a well-oiled don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
What's
Just
this?
the feeling. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
I'm so glad I did this.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for...
You see milk and egg. You've done this before. The movement, a box falls into pieces in your hand. Among the threadbare as the leg.
The victim's clothes? Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. But the belt is missing. That's it.
Something slimy, a drab, long-sleeved shirt.
This is a military-type overgarment.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety weight.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or...
Yeah, that's the kids.
on about kids?
See? Not really.
The lieutenant, no, it's just organic. What's this? A blue piece of plastic. Something larger. A clipboard.
Damage ledger.
Plastic.
Officer, is that your... Yes, it is.
Can't be.
Look.
What the fuck?
This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Maybe I needed to lose it for the Great Bloodline when
What
it
are you
began.
talking about?
I
I
don't
don't know either. You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all... It would
Okay.
also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what...
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable.
You pick out a broken mug.
Interesting. Reminds me...
An interesting little...
Or it may just be a coincidence.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Done. I did it.
That's one thing off the list.
It's just a racist mug. What's the... Oh boy. Here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do.
It was in the trash. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the top. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars for you to discover. Someone gone. The front of this quarterly journal features a large... To your disappointment, there aren't any... After rifling the paper, the magazine is divided into several comrade, but only 4... So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on... You flip back to the front. This you also... Whoa. Bear wrestling.
Bear wrestling?
Flip back to that. It seems to be part of a new public
Dude.
fitness, according to this extremely credulous account, based on the support mat. It's quite straightforward. A standard match, according to the... This is the SRV we're talking about. If you think those are the real numbers...
It's hard to fight about when you're out of
That's
shape.
very much the idea. President Kaczynski has long maintained that you flip back to the front. It takes a moment. Why they decided to... As you leaf through, the main feature though, the tip-top tournée, is an inter-east... You think you're settling. Instead, you find yourself Where to even start? So, all of it, basically.
What's wrong with
Under
sponsorships?
capitalism, the article says, thus, the so-called... And that precisely, at the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 7...
I like it for the racing.
It's the stilted language and overconfident tone. That's the armed with Lena's friend. By the time you're...
You know, most people are even better. Just leave it be.
Yeah, this article says no one really watches Tip Top Journey for the races.
Come on. Can this article read your mind?
No.
Well, there you... If I had to wait...
You flip back to the front. Unsurprising, you skim. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent. According to the... It goes on. You flip back to the...
Okay, that's enough.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction.
I'm no property lawyer.
How else are you going to build something? The youth center, it's going to be awfully close to it already. There is no loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access. And once the constructions...
I should have seen it. People...
He is not altogether comfortable with... 6 crumbling petals.
This is the Insulindian lily.
This flower is a spring flower, but...
Yes, but not this early. Not to mind the revolutionaries. It's about girls. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
Oh.
The petals... Wait. Have you noticed there's a war... It's the legend found in the trash. There's a piece of toilet paper. It's a metaphor. It's just toilet paper. Still wet. An aluminium block. The surface is interrupted. Looks like an official mark. Made to be low...
What's this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for... It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting...
Maybe yours will have...
Any capable light with... All RCM vehicles have had light.
This means you...
Okay. Oh, that's all.
While a bunch of sodden... They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches. Once in a while, there's a red stamp. Work, strife, poverty. The Jamrock. It's the middle of March. What do you mean? Is that all?
That's
the
it?
notebook is annual.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it. Lest you start...
I'm not sure I can complete them, though.
That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes. That's
doing that alright.
Like a fan of girls, the checkered papers...
Naming convention.
It appears a title, one might say.
And they're written in capital letters.
All caps. Others appear more like it's going to take an effort to piece these case files together.
If you don't employ some kind of naming convention.
The alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of...
Titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yeah, it's a holdover from the early days of the RCM.
I seem to have a case named the
Revolution,
Skull
when
Bullet
the-
Hole
again,
Motors.
In your defense, I seem to have... I pray his loved one. Rail spiked through the head.
There is, once all the tasks you've completed, inspect, get into... It's not exactly a satisfying things to be done, and...
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man.
Yeah.
You don't exactly close them so much as arson. You don't exactly close them so much. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB
Officer
41.
Precinct.
Why, yes, your precinct. Every last alphanumeric in the files. Harry Dubois, HDB.
The Swell Bullet Hole Murders.
It would be very... That's all who knows. One day you may... It would be... That's all who knows. One day... This cause of...
I guess we officially found out my name.
True people... The Graffito crew is easy to track down. The crew... The 9,000 people subjected to the mural... A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition... Did anyone ask you what you believe in? AKA, you were Leslie. The only way for Leslie to stop displaying his genitals...
Oh shit, wait,
and for
it's
Bert
already
to stop
passed.
attacking things would be for them to threaten him. It's plain to see from the files that no, he must... He can't... Which is also not
Okay.
much as...
I'll revisit that. Well, I figured out a good way to pass time. That's good. I actually passed a lot of time. Maybe it's more like wasted time, but hey, I can go to that place now.
You hear someone.
Hi there.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
His slender figure and his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Yes, the cleaning lady
Beautiful.
lives in.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
That's
Beautiful.
what?
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
By the way, I'm really digging the view here.
That's why I chose this.
Wait. Suddenly you are digging things?
Okay. I want to talk
That's
to
nice,
you
but
first.
I don't.
He takes another downstairs.
Besides,
Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or
to the city.
Well,
It's a beautiful.
you promise to
something
talk again.
fluttered.
We'll talk. Take care, all right?
Okay. That was odd.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
Different about him.
Of course.
Talks and
Something so
moves.
mysterious. Very.
Very.
He's barely.
Come on, detective.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I have two. There we go. Feeling good. Let's save. Business magazine. Dishes. Flyer. Open lectures. You must be the one.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
What's up?
His hands are clean.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with
An
the
official?
provincial government. I heard you talking to my friend outside.
Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things.
You got this book from.
We got it from an atelier in the East Delta. That's really all I can tell you about it.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
So you
I'm
witnessed
sorry to
lynching.
say I did, officer.
Start from the beginning
Officer,
if you
it's
don't mind.
very difficult to describe.
He holds out his...
What do you mean?
It was just so strange. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. That's when I understood.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Well done, detective.
How many of
I
them were there?
couldn't tell you exactly.
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention
Were any of them
That's
huge?
a giant you're describing. No, they were all cool. I went back inside.
Oh yeah, maybe like 20
Were you
kills or
able to
something.
see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black.
Were they
They're all
men, women?
I presume.
But we are fairly certain.
It's possible, officer, but I cannot say
Yeah,
for
what's
certain.
the word?
I believe they were mostly white. Though well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened.
What do you mean nothing
Eventually,
happened?
their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no.
That
I'm
seems
afraid I don't
strange.
have any.
About what time?
All I can say is that it was late.
You didn't actually witness the
No, I
hanging
didn't
itself.
see the corpse until the following day.
Oh,
Of course.
thank you for your time.
Anything I can do to assist the
So what are
the
you doing here?
coalition is on. The economy impacts the entire international community.
Why are you in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it.
Oh, nice.
You could say I'm undo. Yes, as I said.
Wait, there isn't actually an institute.
La communauté internationale. Your employer, technically speaking, it is
I
the
see.
most important thing.
That doesn't tell me
It's the
anything.
central goal of any sound monetary, which is essential.
Basically,
Precisely. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Of
But
what?
not too far below. No.
You're not
the
answering me.
coalition believes in the importance of a
What the
sound
hell?
monetary. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today.
Ah.
It's the International Organization for Moralists. hence Moralist International.
So
There
actually
are more
working for them.
nefarious powers to work for than the moralist.
You a
But of
moralist?
course,
But
because
why?
moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
But what is a normal,
The
stable
Occident
world?
is part of the normal world.
Well, it doesn't sound very normal to stable to
Martinez?
me.
No, Rivachol is generally, but they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
That's
Do
incredibly
you
boring.
think peace is boring? What about prosperity?
Yeah, prosperity sounds like a lot of fun.
And we...
The smile he gives you.
Now, enough of this delightful political... Oranje is an exemplary nation who, as a core member of EPIS, contributes 28... Oranje's economy...
But that didn't tell you anything about Oranje.
I once heard from here that they are
That's
recently
one way
sized
to put it.
superpower.
Yes. What's there to say? Moreover...
Darling, that can't be an official designation.
Because a great percentage of Rivachol's culture...
Jamrock and
Whatever you wish, officer.
What's your friend like?
My friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and how did any of us become friends? Au contraire. Sorry. Who? But I told you, officer. He's a bright young officer. You have to understand.
Yeah.
He's deeply enmeshed. He's a truly free spirit. Kedra is a candidate that it's never going to happen. EPIS...
God, yeah.
It was such a wild success. That's why it stands for progress and stability. A soup? You mean Reva? It's one day...
Except that.
No. But we were talking about my friend here. Not... I'm all ears. A moment. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave. It's against the...
That's not the real reason he's so
Sure. Go.
Fine.
Was there anything else? My friend, I'm just Listen.
A baby.
No, the Insulindian Bay. My friend...
A busy bee. What an odd...
I'm all the coalition, the economy impact, whatever you... I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Easy, detective.
Because
He's clearly not a man accustomed to being
Officer, it's...
He holds out his hand.
What do you mean?
It was just... I was on the balcony. That's when I understood.
Sounds like the victim was...
I couldn't see their faces. Let's just say that the... I went back in...
Were you able...
Officer, well, that eventually is... You're right, of course. I'm afraid I don't have...
About what?
All I can... My watch. No, I...
It seems... I think we...
Of
Okay.
course. Anything I... Of course.
I found all I needed. I'm out of here. Oh, that didn't really tell me much of anything. Let's see if she's willing to talk before I end the day. Unless it's too soon. Then again, it has been a few hours. Oh, she's not here. Okay. That's fine then.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Who else has
The
keys?
trash collection set?
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. Thank you anyway.
Did someone on your staff?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I think Fugue states are more...
Yeah, let's talk about something else. I know. Hmm. Alright, well, I think I'm done here for today, so... might as well just call it a night. Yeah, I'll call it a night.
The bed is still cold from the broken. The bed is still
an eventful
cold from
day.
the wind.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately.
I think I need medical
Oh,
attention.
yes. That'll check you out.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people.
Oh well, I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do.
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process. People are beautiful, statuesque.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness?
Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining...
Rock and roll. Oh. Okay.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face. Now without the expression. It's just him.
Let's just stop here for today. Save. Yeah, I don't need this save. Okay, yeah. I'll stop here for today. Yeah, we actually learned quite a bit. We managed to talk to the Union head, and we now know who the main character's name is, so that's pretty good. Yeah, can't wait to see what we find out next. But so yeah, if you enjoyed this stream, make sure to follow me on Twitch and follow me on Twitter. This VOD will be uploaded to my personal YouTube channel where you can check out all my other VODs. Oh, and you should subscribe to my main channel, The Funny Crew. I've got a couple more things to meet some buddies of mine. Oh, and join my Discord, it's pretty epic. But yeah, in any case though, thank you all for watching and hopefully I'll see you again next time.